Hello and welcome to this film, Guardians of Earth. Through personal experiences during meditation and channeling, I have been given insight into how Mother Earth is being protected from a number of forces that want to control humankind and the world we live in. I call these beings Guardians of Earth. The Guardians of Earth are super intelligent and technically advanced beyond one's imagination. They are intergalactic universal beings that travel in what I can only call quantum spaceships. There are two Guardians of Earth that I know of that are protecting Earth from dark alien forces. These forces have been trying to infiltrate the aura of Earth in an effort to dominate and kill the light force, your soul being, that every human is created from, i.e., God consciousness. The first of the Guardians of Earth are from the Andromeda Galaxy. They are the creators of the phenomena known as crop circles, which were first found and recorded in the Chiltern Hills of Herefordshire in 1679. The beautiful intricate patterns of crop circles show us that there is a higher developed being from another dimension that is demonstrating its presence in a peaceful manner. We are not alone. During my times of visiting crop circles, I have come across one that looked and felt wrong, which after further examination turned out to be man-made. This was because the formation was not symmetrical and the stems of the barley were broken at the point where the wooden board used to flatten the crop was laid. With a genuine crop circle, no stems are broken, even when the pattern is up to 4 layers deep. After a few years of studying the crop circle phenomena, I felt that I had to find out how they were created. I went into my meditative channeling mode in an attempt to find the answer. At the beginning of the meditation, I asked the universe to show me how the crop circles were formed. In an instant, I was flying through space, when suddenly I stopped in outer space. I asked, "Where am I?" The answer came, "You are outside Pluto." Then the question came into my mind, why am I here? In that instant, geometrical symbols started to come towards me and formed a circle of light near to me. There came a circle, oblong, rectangular, sphere, triangle, square, and many more geometrical forms. Then suddenly the circle of light started to fly through space to Mother Earth with me on its tail. The next thing I recalled that we suddenly stopped and were hovering just above the crop of wheat. Then the ball of light that was holding the geometrical forms spread over the area of the crop of wheat that I was hovering over. In an instant I saw the light touching the etherical stems of the crop and bent each one and formed the crop circle. In that moment I understood how crop circle formations were created by manipulating the etheric body to create the pattern of the formation without damaging any stem of the crop. I have been given the gift to see the etherical bodies of humans, animals, insects, and plants, which I can balance and heal. But this was on another level. I could not help but wonder if they can manipulate the energy of the plants in this way, then surely they could heal and balance the entire planet of all diseases and illnesses. I then realized that humankind has the freedom to choose what to do, and if something came along and balanced everything, then the consciousness of human beings would not have embraced the responsibility to develop into a higher state of consciousness. They cannot interfere, which is why the crop circle phenomena is telling us, in part through the symbolism of their formation, that they are with us, but will not interfere with our spiritual development. This realization and the insights given brought a great sense of relief. Yes, we are being helped on more than one level by the Guardians of Earth. The second group of Guardians of Earth that are protecting Mother Earth are more abstract, but play an equally important part in protecting us. This is how I was guided to meet them. I have been working on restoring the balance of energy fields of magnetic vortexes and ley lines on Mother Earth for many years. Magnetic vortexes and ley lines were created when the world was created. They form and maintain the electromagnetic energy field that surrounds the Earth, that helps to maintain the etheric bodies of all living things, i.e. humans, animals, plants and insects. Magnetic vortexes are found in the Earth at varying depths, which can also be connected to a crystal bed. The magnetic vortex is a force that sends energy out and draws energies in at specific times, for example from 12 noon to 1800 hours. I know this from personal experience when I sat on a bow-like stone at approximately 11:55. It felt good, and I was just about to meditate when all of a sudden I was physically lifted up off the stone by some inches. After a few seconds I came down heavily on the stone. The power of magnetic vortexes were discovered centuries ago by mystics and shamans globally. They held spiritual ceremonies over the area of the magnetic vortex because it felt that they were closer to the Creator. Then Christianity came to know of the locations where the shamans were practicing their rituals. They then systematically started to build their churches on the very same sacred spot, which is why the sanctuary of all churches are built directly over a magnetic vortex which commonly faces due north. I see ley lines as perfectly straight abstract lines of light which are on the surface of Earth. All ley lines are connected in right-handed triangles with a distance of approximately 3 miles between each point of the triangle, which encompasses the world. Their function is to chiefly maintain a positive flow of energy within each triangle, which is interlinked with magnetic vortexes. When ley lines of a triangle are healthy, the energy within the boundaries is positive and strong. But whenever a ley line has been corrupted by the dark side, it affects the entire triangle and those who live within its boundaries. For example, I have known black witches to practice their rituals on these hotspots. I have rebalanced ley lines and vortexes countless times, regardless of where it may be. It is my belief that whenever new buildings are built, prior to this, the land should be explored to reveal any negativity that is present prior to construction. This is also true for magnetic vortexes that can be corrupted. For example, I had a phone call to treat a flat that was on the 7th floor of a 13th floor building. The person said that she was being disturbed by things being moved or appearing in other places. She informed me that she had an uneasy feeling about the flat since she had moved in 6 months prior. She also said that many of the residents had moved out shortly after they had moved in. I tuned into the energies of the flat and quickly found that the entire apartment had been built on top of a negative vortex. We did not have access to the cellar, so I had to find the exact central spot of the vortex to neutralize it. After doing the work, the entire flat felt much calmer. Some months later, she informed me that the flat remained clear of any negative forces, and that she had decided to move to another location. I was once guided to explore an energy field quite close to my hometown in Wales. When I arrived at the location, I sat and went into my meditation channeling mode. In an instant, I found myself in what I felt was the control area of a spaceship, as I could see outer space through a large window. A 2-meter tall being with some similar features to humans came towards me and telepathically greeted me in a loving, warm way. He said that they had been happily overseeing the work I had been doing to heal and balance the Earth's magnetic fields and ley lines. I followed the being to the center where the glowing standing box stood. With a smile, he telepathically said to me, "You can put your hand on top of it," which I instantly did. Then, just to my right, appeared a large holographic map of the world that was displaying what I recognized as a grid of ley lines that were luminous. The being said to me, "You can now see how the ley lines and magnetic vortexes are cosmically connected. We recognize the important work that you have been doing to help restore and maintain the Earth's balance. You have correctly been removing the negative forces that were blocking the flow between the triangular formations of the ley lines." He then said, "There are 3 layers of ley lines. The first layer runs along the Earth's surface. The second is held in the stratosphere of Earth. And the third is in the outer space close to Earth. They are, of course, invisible to the physical eye, as you know, and are there to maintain the electromagnetic balance of Earth within each triangle. This is of vital importance for all living things on Mother Earth. One of its main aspects is that it helps to maintain the etheric body of all living things. There are many others doing similar work globally, just as we are doing here as Guardians of Earth. We wanted to let you know that we are with you at all times, which is, in part, how you are able to find your way to do the work. Keep on listening to your intuition, because we are tapped into it and will help guide you wherever it is needed. The being slowly drifted away as I slowly came back into my body and opened my eyes. It is important to understand that everything that happens on Earth is being witnessed and recorded by the Creator God and the Guardians of Earth. It is my understanding that the Guardians of Earth will not show themselves directly, chiefly for 2 reasons. The first is that the consciousness of some humans is not yet sufficiently advanced and pure. There are some aspects of the mind that are still being controlled and influenced by ego consciousness, which is an alien energy. Much of what the ego does emanates from the unconscious habitual acts that humans keep repeating. That is, until there is an awakening. Some examples of the tools that ego consciousness uses to empower it in an effort to control others are lying, greed, fear, deceit, denial, jealousy, and materialism. These examples are opposite to what is required for us to live in peace and harmony with ourselves and nature. Until the greater majority of the human race transforms and eliminates all aspects of ego, the guardians of Earth will not directly show themselves to us. The second reason is that with the present level of human consciousness, the technologies that the advanced beings have and use will be negatively used by humankind for self-gain, which is linked into the first reason. Ego abuses and uses all things to remain in power and wants to control everything. The energy that keeps the ego alive is negativity. The greater the negativity, the more empowered the ego becomes. The opposite is that sharing and living with love, peace, truth, empathy are some of the qualities that feed the soul. This higher level of consciousness has not yet been established in the majority of humankind. But I am happy to say that humans are slowly evolving and growing spiritually. I thank you for watching and listening to this video. Peace, love and light, Ralph Jenkins.